and welcome. This is our weekly Join, Earn, and Grow with Sipology event. And I have just fallen in love with these weekly events. I absolutely love hearing from these leaders. And tonight I get to talk to two more absolutely incredible leaders. So I'm going to give it a minute for those to hop on that are wanting to watch this live. If you're catching the replay, stay tuned because we are really going to dive in here in just a second. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Tammy. Welcome, you guys. Oh, Joanne, excited to catch this live. Christy. Hey, Jess, Michelle. Hey, everybody. Okay, so there's a lot of comments coming up now, but hey, everybody. Make sure to let us know where you're watching from. I think it's so cool seeing that because we are broadcasting this to our Canada team and to our States team. So I love seeing where everyone is tuning in from. But welcome, everyone, our Join, Earn, and Grow with Sipology event. So like I was saying, with these events, we really get to hear from two amazing leaders. And tonight is not any different. We are going to hear their stories. And whether you are on here, maybe you're already part of Sipology and you are just wanting to get your cup full. I love this for that. Or maybe you're listening in because you're trying to figure out if this could be a good fit for you. And honestly, I think this is an amazing place just to hear it out, see what you think, and especially with how it's set up right now, where you have access to two different kit options, and you're also eligible for $1,000 in bonuses in your first 30 days. So not only is it an amazing time to join, but it's also an amazing time to share it with some friends. So seriously, so excited that you're here, whether you're with Sipology here to get your cup full or a guest just listening in, seeing if it's a good fit. Welcome. From Florida. I'm seeing everybody's telling me where they're watching from now. So stinking excited. All right, well, let's jump into this. Boni, I am going to start with you. And as always, I really like to take it way back. So can you tell me, what was life like before you joined Sipology and what even made you look at this as an opportunity?
So I actually have my degree in music, and I have taught piano and music for a lot of years. And I never enjoyed it. I enjoy music, but the teaching part of it, I was like, it just wasn't my thing. But what else does a musician do, right? So I taught piano because it was just kind of what was there. And I was partly a stay-at-home mom and part-time teaching piano. And my kids started to not need me as much anymore, and I started looking for something. So I actually got a job in an office pushing papers all day long. And I just about died inside. Like a little piece of me died with every paper I put across the desk. I absolutely hated it. And it was only part-time. It wasn't very much, but they offered me a full-time job and my whole body just went, oh my goodness, is this all there is to life? And because I think I will die if I have to do this for 40 hours a week. So I turned it down and he's like, so what are you going to do? And I'm like, I don't care, but I can't do that. I'd rather starve. So I started looking and I actually watched Dragon's Den. And that's the night I went to my computer and I'm like, I can do this. I love this. I told myself I hated parties, but I could do a market here or there. So I signed up thinking, it's going to be a great free cup of tea, maybe here and there. And then I did my first party and I haven't looked back. It's been 9.5 years and it's my full-time income. My income has passed what my husband makes, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, it's been quite the ride.
Oh my gosh, Boni. I mean, that's what I think is so cool because you hitting on the fact that you ran across a video of Sipology being offered on Dragon's Den. And it's just that thought of what if somebody's watching right now that just ran across this link? Or what if somebody's watching the replay in the future that just hears that part of your story and they're like, oh my gosh, like I'm in that same place in my life. I want something more. And what if this can be my answer too? So I absolutely love that that is how you found it. And I know you talked a little bit about how life has changed. I think you said 9.5 years, which a lot of life can happen in 9.5 years. So, and I mean, like, what did you say with your income? Like, I'm going to back you up for a second because I want to know what are some ways or what are some things you've experienced in those last 9.5 years?
like, first of all, I am having fun with my job. And I don't think many people can say that. I come across a lot of people who are just, like I say, dying a little bit every day. And to have fun in what you do is so important. And I drink tea for a living. I mean, how much more fun could it be? So I love what I do. And that is the most important part. The perks, I mean, we've been on, I don't even know how many tropical holidays, which my husband is very much a fan of Sipology now too. But that my self-confidence has grown so much because doing, things like this that push you out of your comfort zone just makes you grow so much as a person. And I truly believe that this whole business is a personal growth business with a compensation plan attached, because if you don't grow as a person, your business is not going to grow either.
Oh my gosh, I could not agree more. And just that whole self-confidence growing, like the income is amazing, especially in the beginning when you're like, okay, I just need it to cover my bills. Like I just need, something extra. But then it turns into something so much more. And it's really like who you become on your way to the success that is so, which I know we've talked about before, but I think that's so incredible, just who you become. So I said at the beginning, I know there are people on here that are already with Sipology and are just on here. They're trying to get their cups full. They're trying to hear the clues that you guys leave behind that have already seen success. And so I just want to ask you, is there a certain tip or something that stands out over the last, since you joined Sipology that you want to share with them?
So I know over the last 2 years that we have done a ton of online events because that's all we had, right? And a lot of people that have joined are just online people. But I was back in the day when we actually did home parties. And like I say, when I started, I hated home parties. But I did one and sat down with my friends and had tea and went, oh my goodness. It is so much fun to have a Sipology party. And so I really, truly think people are craving the face-to-face right now. And I really think that the face-to-face parties, the trade shows, I love doing trade shows. They're so much fun. I actually just finished one yesterday and just had a blast standing in my booth, chatting with people, booking parties, selling product. Like there is something that people want. They had craved that personal connection again. And if you are a Sipologist, go out and find trade shows because you can get so many new contacts and new leads and new friends from doing trade shows. I can go on and on.
I was about to say, I couldn't agree more. And I mean, we were talking about it earlier today, and this is kind of where it all stemmed from because I was like, Boni, we have to talk about that tonight because I'm like, that is, it's whenever you can get in front of people and whenever people can taste it, it brings a different element to everything. So I absolutely love that. And now for the audience that they're listening in and they're thinking, could this be a good fit for me? Maybe they're on the fence. Maybe they're coming across it in the future as a replay viewer, in that same place that you were just questioning, like, could this be the right fit? If you could talk directly to them right now, like they're on the fence, they're thinking about joining, what is something that you would say to them?
I think right now we have more support and more training and more help for new people than we have ever had. Definitely more than when I started, but it is so much fun. And I mean, my husband keeps telling me when it stops being fun, you need to stop. And it just has not stopped. So I just have a lot of fun. And I do think that you can find what I did with your personal growth. You can find confidence, you can find a group of friends, and you can have fun, which I really think that's the most important thing.
I do too. I can completely agree, Boni. I cannot thank you enough. And just everything inside of me is like, somebody's going to see this, whether it's seeing it live or seeing it on the replay. And just like you, when you saw Dragon's Den, they're going to hear your story and be like, that's where I am right now. Like, this is what I need. And I cannot thank you enough for being so transparent and sharing your story. And you are so appreciated. Like, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Switching to another amazing leader, over to Candra. And Candra, I'm going to take you all the way back again. What, what was life like before Sipology? What made you even look into this?
Well, I was with a different direct sales company when I joined. And I had a tea party and it was fun. I mean, I've always loved tea. Like we can go way back to when I was like 2 years old and having little tea parties. Like I've always loved tea. So a Facebook friend was having a party and I was like, yeah, I want to come to your party. And then I had my own. And then Kara, my upline, she talked to me for like 6 months before I was finally like, okay, fine, I give in. But each month, every time that customer exclusive came out, I had to have it. So I was spending, like $100 every month. I think I had hosted one party and then another, and I was about to do a third or something like that. She's like, quit, just stop. It's time you join. You're being ridiculous. And
Oh, Candra, it muted you. You're good.
Sorry. Good. My phone started ringing. So anyway, so that was why I finally joined. They were having a special incentive they were on a trip. I don't remember where they were, but she was sitting next to Tanya and she's like, Tanya's doing this incentive. You've got to join. And I was like, okay, fine. So that's how I joined. Like, I needed to support the habit. Like I thought, maybe I can do maybe one party a month. It'll cover what I'm spending. Then I won't feel so bad. And then I sat on it for probably 6 months and didn't really touch it because I got in my head. Like I was like, oh, people, they're going to think the thoughts, right? Like we all do. And so totally got in my head. And then I had a friend join me and I was like, you know what? No, if at least one other person thinks I'm not crazy, then the rest was kind of history from there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now I'm thinking, okay, every host like that has ever hosted an event needs to hear this. Like join to support the habit. And then just what if where that could lead you? Because Candra, you have seen some phenomenal success since joining. So kind of take me through that. So you said yes, just to support the habit. Here we are now. So what has happened since that initial yes to today?
So since that initial yes, like I said, I got my friend Jaylene, she joined in, and then her and I just started having fun. Like suddenly I was, I liked the other company I was with, but there was just something different. I wasn't having fun with it. I didn't truly believe in, I liked the products, but I didn't feel comfortable talking about them like I do this. And so anyways, once we started having fun and getting more comfortable, the ball just kind of started rolling faster and faster. And I think people caught on to our fun and our passion, and they just wanted to join in because who doesn't want to have fun, right? Who doesn't want to make a little money while they're having fun? So it really just kind of turned into something freeing for me. I felt like I finally had a bunch of weight lifted because this was fun and it wasn't serious. And from there, I should have looked. There might be 200 people on our team now. About to go to St. Martin, went to the Bahamas was that January? I don't know. Like, every now and then when I look at my income, I'm like, wait, what? I did that by having fun. So.
But I love that, Boni hinted on it too, on just it's fun. And especially, I love that you had a history in direct sales because once again, someone may be watching this that has that history and they may question like, do I want to do it again? Or is it, and it's just different. The community, so different, the fun, like so different. And so I want to ask you this too. And I know I asked Boni, but it goes to the people that are on here that's like, I'm part of Sipology already, and I want to see the success like Candra and Boni has seen. And they're on here and they're getting their cups full and they're listening for those success clues. Is there a certain tip that you have learned along the way or just something that stood out to you? I know sometimes we have like aha moments or something like that you could share too.
Honestly, for me, it's probably just having fun and being yourself. Like I felt like with my other company, I had to fit a certain mold and I didn't fit it. I tried and I tried and I tried and I couldn't make it work. And once I got here, I realized nobody cared about any molds. Like you do you be yourself. And that's what people enjoy. Like, I feel like that's really just it. Just seriously be yourself. If somebody's telling you to be a certain way, get rid of that and just find yourself.
But that's going to speak to so many people because so many people count themselves out because they think there is a certain mold that you have to fit or a certain way that you have to be. And it's not the case here. We have seen people from all different walks of life see amazing success with this, and from all different walks of life decide to say yes to this. So there's no mold. There's, you build confidence, you have fun along the way. And I think that is just incredible. So now to the other audience watching, which are the people that are questioning, like, could I really do this? Is this something that I even want to give a chance, like take a shot at? What would you say if you could speak just directly to them, the fence sitters, the ones on the fence? If you could speak directly to them, what would you say?
Why not? What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I would rather try it and fail than sit and think about it. I mean, I thought about it for those 6 months that Kira was trying to get me into it. I did. I thought about it a lot. I wasted a lot of time overthinking. And I really think if it's in your head at all, just try. I mean, a failure will never hurt you. Like, give it a shot.
Completely agree. And just how it's set up right now, my gosh. Like, and just
So
to let you,
training.
it's so like the setup is just insane. And I mean, I've got to put this little part in there, just the training that you get. I know Boni kind of hinted at that there's some training when you join. Yes, like the moment
So much.
you join, yeah, the moment you join, you unlock that training and you are plugged in immediately. And like these Zooms like this, just where you can be a part of something to stay close to the fire and to keep your cups full. And, we really want to help you write your own success story, whatever that looks like for you. And so we have those tools in place to help you every single step along the way. So real quick, I've got to thank you, Boni and Candra, for hopping on here, for being transparent, for sharing your hearts. You guys are just so, so appreciated. For everybody watching as a guest, thank you for taking time out of your night. For the ones that are watching, wondering if this could be a good fit for them, the answer is yes. Give it a try. And yeah, I'm just make sure to go back to the person that invited you. They can help you and let them know you got to watch it. You got to check it out. Even if you're watching the replay, it means a lot to us. And thank you guys. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys next week. Thank you again, Candra and Boni.
Thank you.